smokes, maybe the early laning stage, will determine a lot for this game.
All right, well, let's do it. It is game number 1 of Spirit versus Liquid. It is the upper bracket finals here on the FISSURE Universe episode 6. We're gonna
from Liquid.
This is the hype. This is such a hype wraparound, actually.
They're getting close to
Yutaro,
Morphling.
smoke's gonna pop. He's like, wait a minute, what's going on here? Turns out the whole side of Liquid has made the very long wraparound. And again, like we said, Yutaro on the Morphling, he's a tanky hero, but not really at level 1. It will be First Blood. Goes the way of Insadia. He chuckles as the pause comes out.
Foxy Dark Willow is definitely one that you can... Oh, Saberlight? I think he might be dead here.
He should be dead here.
Denied?
He is dead.
Truly one of the best mid players out there. Now, of course, it's not just for the laning stage itself. Nisha managed to come back in a lot of bad situations. That's part of why he earned such a good reputation.
Oh, that was a very nice...
Consider just leaving the lane. Ooh, can you get the spear back?
Oh,
No, there's the
nice
glimpse
glimpse.
counter.
But Mirel comes through here on the Ember Spirit. Gets a really nice 2-hero shackle, but Saberlight makes the rotation, looking to maybe hold down Collapse. They've got him. A Cyclone onto Rue. Gonna try and chase underneath the tower, and now with Puck, actually doesn't take the jaunt to the orb. Maybe not feeling like it's essential. He's gonna try and shackle up some of these Brewlings, but they've got the damage. Saberlight as well as Nisha happen to dodge it out. Top lane. Here we go. They know they're in deep. They really want to commit for the tower. They're going to get it, but it might cost you Nisha and her Mickey, and it might cost you Saberlight as well. He's going to try and run away here, slowed up by the TA trap, but there's going to be the decrep. And with 5 heroes from Spirit, surely Saberlight does not get out of this one. Glimpse once again to try and make some space, but Brewmaster, right? Anytime you go those 4 points, Cinderbrew. Topside Collapse. He's just going to be stuck inside of the kinetic field, tries to throw a spear. Now he will get glimpsed. And with the Primal Split gear coming through from Saberlight, he will drop the arena, gets pulled right back into the center of it. He's going to try his best to escape and play on the walls here, but the damage from these Brewlings, it might be too much. No, great save here from this Pugna, but now it puts them all in a pretty deep spot. Coil's going to connect onto 3. Pugna trying to life drain himself to make it through, but the silence will stop him, and Rue doesn't have the damage to take out Saberlight either. It will be 3 dead. In the jungle here. Want to quickly remind y'all, you can go ahead and follow FISSURE by typing !F in chat. F's in chat maybe for the Puck, as he's going to get found. Doesn't get the silence. Orb gets away, and well, with this, Nisha's going to survive. Rue trapped in a prison of his own making. Well, not technically his own making, but kind of. You can argue it. Saberlight looking to go to the mid lane. Vessel is out. We'll go ahead and drop the Cinderbrew. Mickey is going to try and chase. They do have the Primal Split, but they are holding it. They will use it now to make sure that they have the stun, the pullback. They take down the Pugna. This will mean the mid-tier 1 tower is dead. They have made...
Using his ultimate pretty much off cooldown, using the Spirit Vessel. He's been given a little bit of time now. It's like, hey, thank you for making the space. We've got the Witchblade on the Puck. I believe he has another item being delivered.
Back. All right, they will find themselves the Brewmaster. Saberlight does finally die. They've got plenty of damage, but you lose Mirel in mid lane on the Ember, so it's not without a trade. Yutaro, however, trying to make value out of this, does get the morph off, so he should be safe to survive here. Does, you know, he's basically a Puck as well, so he's got tons of mobility, he has tons of spell damage, he's gonna be able to Shadow Realm T. One of those things that, like, if you don't actually address Pugna in terms of items, he's just actually too good. We're gonna see Nisha hiding on the side here with a shield rune, gets a coil onto 2. Now he's quite low on Collapse, but can they bring down Boxy? The Curse Crown will stun them up. So far, a 1-for-1.
Play it safe. He's actually going to cube a BKB on the Puck this game. Not a common item to see this early, but I think he recognizes the danger of the Shadow Shaman, but also the Nether Ward.
Puck needs to be very careful. Yeah, he got baited so hard. Okay, this is one of those deaths that is really costly, because if you lose more heroes, I don't think you can, like, stop them from just taking Roshan. And now Insane, it's pretty free. Saberlight walking up onto the high ground. Glimmer Cape, they actually do find Maposhka. Happened to just be right on the other side of the tree, so he did not see them making their way up. And that's a really nice kill to take down first. Collapse will get glimpsed. In some trouble. Vessel is there. They should have the damage to bring him down. He's got no BKB quite yet. It's close, but not quite yet finished. Rue will make it to safety. Does Insania have another glimpse? Not for 5.
Look at the high ground. I actually think we won't see them push too hard unless they manage to win a big fight, which is breaking
really
out
nice
right
jump
now.
onto the backside. They get on top of the Shadow Shaman, silenced up. Yatoro's gonna get caught by the Terrorize. He's stuck inside of the Static Storm as well. Can he survive? It's gonna be so close. How is he surviving this long? But finally, the numbers are overwhelming. Yatoro needs to be careful. The buybacks coming in from the Shadow Shaman. He's starting to get very low. Spear here will go ahead and find their Templar assassin. They need to bail him out, but they can't. Rue locks him down long enough. And it will be a 1 fight here for Liquid. A dieback on the Shadow.
Try to repeat that in a way that's a little bit more favorable, because that was Spirit starting the fight.
Miposhka on the run here. Tries to survive here with this Glimmer Cape. Is going to go ahead and immediately go for the Life Train. Insania should be here to cancel it. Static Storms him, actually. That scan is so value. It connects here. They know that Spirit are rotating in because Tormentor is up. This is where they're trying to make the fight. Saberlight and Mickey hiding here on the side. They will know about the rotation and for Moose. Saberlight goes in, but they do manage to get on top of the Templar assassin. She dies without any help at all. Saberlight will at least take down the Shadow Shaman. Yatoro with the BKB, making tons of space and damage here. But now, Spirit, you've got to be careful. Do they? Actually, they don't. Puck's abandoned the fight. He's going back to try and cut the waves. We'll see Roshan become the next target. Who got the Tormentor shard, by the way? Went to Rue. Okay.
Useful one to keep himself alive.
Nisha jumps in, he steals the Aegis! No way! Yatoro will be able to take down Boxy, but Collapse, he's popped everything to try and make space on the back of this fight, and it's not gonna be enough. Stuck inside the Roche pit now is gonna be that Pugna. They should... Wow, they actually can't cancel his TP. They had nothing left, apparently. Yatoro, as the Puck, should be elusive enough. They do... We'll see if they can find the opening they're looking for, as... They see Yatoro on the wave. They don't know where anyone else is. Nisha has that amplify damage. The blink up to the high ground. They actually get themselves onto the Ember Spear. The Nullifier is out. He does get the jump away here with the Remnant. Static Storm onto somebody. Looks like it was onto Miposhka. The question is, can they find anything else here? They are really trying to find them. Miposhka would be a great
Glimpse
find
back
to
on the
continue to do
Morphling.
the damage. They do get the glimpse back, but Morphling just
Maybe it was a bad
He's just
idea,
gonna
though.
kill them all. You overbaited yourself, Liquid. You get the TP out on Boxy, but you get absolutely nothing. You don't even get Miposhka, as Saberlight is now in deep enemy territory. Connected. Like, they went for like a Blink Nullifier play, and I don't think they got a coil onto the Ember Spirit. So I think he managed to survive. Blink and instant Hex! Terrorize comes out, but he dies to the Nether Ward. He doesn't manage to get the Bruise split off. Static Storm does come out, but thanks to the Shard of Rue, he pops a Greater Lotus during foul play. He's back to full HP.
Seeing if anyone will walk up. This is a sneaky play. Supports?
Yeah, he's got him.
We'll take a support.
That spear back. He has to have bonus cast range on that.
No
jungle
buyback
item.
now. Now they are willing to go for the end.
How
Look
many
at his
times have you
damage.
and I talked about it where Morphling goes to high ground after one, like even a half-won team fight and ends the game? This
And
is a huge
butterfly.
issue. They have to buy back on the Brewmaster. Saberlight's going to go and he gets hexed. He needs to be careful. Whoa, he got forced up the wrong way. He's just dead immediately. He's diebacked now without any help. Nisha's going in with that Aghanim Scepter of the coil, but it doesn't do enough. You've only killed the supports, and he does not have buyback. Boxy stuck inside the arena. Liquid have crumbled. Despite what was a 15,000 gold advantage, Yatoro will end this game. Just going straight for the tier 4s. Mickey is going to be forced to pop the BKB, try and stand his ground here. Terrorize is available, but of course Yatoro can easily dodge it out. Will connect now, but guess what? They've connected onto that Templar Assassin. She's dead, so will Insania be. Curse Crown is out. Boxy tried to do what damage he can here, but it is 2v5 or 2v4 with the
Greatest
throne
hold in the
exposed.
world?
No fortifications left. Trying to get the side blade procs here onto these heroes, but can they survive? No. The blink spear connects. And with this, the fate is sealed from Liquid, and Spirit will end the game. What a turn of events. If one of its facets literally doesn't exist, the one that's supposed to allow you to play it as a core. So I am wondering if that will ever be addressed. But for now, it will be support Snapfire. Again, high damage hero. We'll see if it ends up paying off in this game. You just cookie them to stun the Shadow Shaman, right? Like, that always works. And Senia's going to walk in the disruption, taking a lot of damage here. Shackles will hold them at bay, and with this, that will be first blood for Rue. They will find a return there onto Collapse, and these illusions, mind you, Miposhka Shadow Shaman has some of the highest damage in the game. Mickey will die to Morel. Shackle comes out.
You know, warm-up game type status for the mid lane, which is very high mechanics. And if you're just a fraction of a second off, you pay the price like Boxy might. Look out, little alligator crocodile.
He's dead. So there is a fun little play. I think they're trying.
Almost done. So we'll have 2 Helm of the Dominators back-to-back pretty soon. Collapse should be...
Good spear. He should
good
be fine.
spear.
Well, that's a lot of damage
poison
being built up
if
from
he gets one more.
Insania. Not gonna get it.
Topside, Lycan, gonna get shackled to death. Nisha's here.
They have to get this
Body
kill,
blocked
right?
with the wolves.
You committed everything for this. There's going to be the silence, but Rue's coming through, looking to get a silence of his own. The shackles that are out, they do get the kill thanks to the wolves from Saberlight, but Nisha still plenty tanky. Lots of minus armor and damage coming out. One more auto attack will get him the second kill as he jaunts away with the orb. And Rue actually being body blocked by the wolves from Saberlight. Another silence coming through. Cookie off the mark. The silence, however, does connect on to Nisha. Gets it with the double kill, just has to avoid.
At the end, he could have killed Puck if he could use Deadshot and the Calling, but just not enough mana to use both.
Do they have the damage here for the Lycan? I think with the Urn, it's going to be close. Saberlight looking to get a Cookie to safety or a Cookie in aggressively. They don't have the mana. He's just dead. On the other side, though, Mickey does claim a kill here onto that Shadow Shaman. So 1-for-1, able to dodge out that Cookie. Boxy, he's going to try and fall low, but the coil comes out in time. There's the rebound. He might do it. He's going to. Goes inside on his own. The Mortimer Kisses, though, come through, and now Rue's in trouble. Nowhere to go. Even clipping Miposhka with him. A double kill for a bot.
Late for it, though.
They scan it. I mean, they're not going to make it in time, but they can still go for the kill here, I think. And Collapse, yeah, not looking good for him.
Kill?
The Wolves.
Invis Wolves.
The Wolves,
TA.
They're doing so much work, man. It's insane the amount of damage that they gotten out of these already. Boxy now dominating on the Snapfire. The tier 2 tower, but once this falls, they will be immediately running for them. Arena does come out. Mortimer Kisses are going to come through to a decent chunk of damage. They have to respect this. And with a shapeshift, he's out. Puck to go in, silenced up the whole back line. And now they jump in. The rebound from Mickey deletes Yadaro as now they chase for more. Collapse in some trouble. Cannot connect onto the spear. Going to try and TP out on the Shaman. That is not going to happen. Mickey says no, but Collapse will be the one. Without finding these kills, it means there's no real vessel here on Morel. Now, they are looking for Mickey. He's in a rough spot. He's going to get speared up into the arena. Does have the BKB, but it's on cooldown for 2 more seconds. Yeah, he's dead. Okay.
All right, there's a good kill.
That's a
Grab
huge
the
one.
Marcy, who does not have the Aegis since they once again. Okay, that was his peace offering. He's like, I whipped the coil on you. Now you pay the price. You killed my carry.
Is a dead Mars. Demonic Purge plus all the damage from Nisha, which he's going to continue chasing, I think. Oh. Last game, it worked against the TA because there's not much he can do about it, but this game, he has a stun creep with him at all times. He is refusing to let himself get controlled by the Shadow Shaman. Bottom lane, Mortimer Kisses come, which is pretty scary. So now you have the AoE silence in the fights. Now, of course, Fleeting Fury does not proc Aghanim. So they're Blink the Arena. Spear does catch Boxy. He's a big target, but he's pretty tanky. Gonna get the Solar Crest, try himself to survive, but he can't do it. But now the chase up onto the high ground. It's a 1-for-1. You trade your off lane for the snap.
Just the curveball illusory orbs. And Marcy
Yeah,
does
maybe.
not have the
That's
Aegis.
a quick BKB. Hold on. Marcy's going to turn around, pop the ultimate, start to lay into collapse. He's running away. He's trying his best to backpedal out of here, but it's not enough. They get the kill, and Yatoro forced to BKB and survive. Great dead shot. Pulls Boxy right back into the hands of the Templar Assassin. He is dead, but so is your Ember Spirit, as Lycan rips through these guys one by one. Rue, oh no! A buyback on the Ember. Nisha in some trouble, does have that Aegis, but Morel, great shackle onto the whole team. But it's not enough. There's really no damage left without Yadro able to stay on top of these heroes.
You just got to do it one more time, and the game is essentially yours.
Oh, Cookie on forward, trying to get him out. They do manage to break the shackles of a spear back from Collapse. They just don't have the damage.
Marcy's in the back,
Mickey
killing everyone.
just solos Ember Spirit thanks to the silence. He GG's. I was like, yeah, this one's it, guys. Finally, Spirit will bleed. Maybe because Yadro picked a duplicate hero. It's hard to say, honestly. I don't know which one, but Spirit.
You're not stuck from behind trying to catch up, where now your Sandstorm is not as good at farming multiple camps. None of the other facets are too crazy, I think. Yeah, it looks like everything's pretty...
In there, as well as the Doom, and they have a lot of damage. Bottom side, Crush comes out. He will grab it, but stuck inside the cogs here on Collapse. Boxy needs to get the body blocks, and he will. Beautifully done, continuing the chase. Do they have the damage to finish the job? It's going to be so close. One more auto attack goes to Nisha, and that is first blood for the puck. Well, that's a lot of damage bottom here on Mickey. He's just dead. Walks in way too far. You don't have the level 2 on it.
Out of the lane, catching them off guard with that level advantage.
For a glimpse target. Really nicely done. Bottom lane, Mickey nightmared back quite a bit. Does have an aphotic shield, which he's going to have to use, as well as 10 wand charges. If he wants to survive this, bash damage is just too much, and Collapse will crush him one more time. Gets on top of Insania. This should just be a double kill now. He can't survive this either. This offlane Slardar is... Minute blank, dude. Like, this is a huge issue for them. Bro Strike does come out to dodge.
Become very unplayable. I guess once you have level 6 on Abaddon, it's kind of okay. Yatoro, pretty deep here. He is going to get the Sand King kill.
They're just going to glimpse Mickey. And with that, he just gets a freebie. And Mickey bottom lane, he's going to die. Level 6 on Collapse means Corrosive Haze is online. He's going to get the aphotic shield off. Try and look for one more crash. And Crush, yep, he gets the kill. Rue now behind the tower. Nisha does find that one. He has an orb. He has to be able to find this kill.
6 hits on Bane, Disruptor, 5.5. Yeah, a lot of things lining up here.
Oh, Saberlight. He was pumping the ult. Held it for a second.
It's like Spirit is 3 times ahead.
Oh. They find Rue. He goes for the Nightmare. He's trying to play for a Fiend's Grip, but the Golem is available, and they're hiding in the trees with this, so they will try and just find a quick pickoff here onto Rue. They will go ahead and throw the...
It's not that quick.
What a dodge from Nisha. Nicely done. Hookshot in from Boxy. Getting Collapse would be absolutely massive. Does Boxy have 0-point battery?
A couple last hits in the lane that you are just soaking XP in. For example, right here, getting a stack. Doesn't realize he's being watched during this. Static Storm going to come out for a free kill onto Boxy, and you're going to steal these stacks now.
Top side, we're going to see them look for a smoke gank here, looking for Yatoro. They're going to hook shot in. They do manage to get the Disruptor. Not a bad start. There's the Epicenter out onto the Doom, but the rest of them going to come through. Nice coil. Insania has the Golem. They're going to drop it. They really want to get Yatoro here, but
Fiend's
the
grip on the
damage,
puck.
it might not be enough. Yeah, with the Fiend's Grip, easily finds the kill. The question is, can they chase for more? Really nice cogs there. Pushes them back. Does get the Nightmare, though. Rue, really well done.
In the end, you never even kill the Doom.
You're dead on mid lane, too. It's not even close. Collapses. Do you think it matters? This is a really good ward. This ward is doing heavy lifting right now. They get on top of the Doom. They drop the Static Storm. They do have the damage to find a kill. Hook shot in from Boxy will find Rue as well. All right. Big plays, actually. Managing to find themselves 2 big kills. And now
Run through. So the BKB will keep you alive.
they see everything. They get a really nice epicenter onto the disruptor. They've trapped Rue as well. He's looking for a way to get a fight off here, but he can't. So much doom damage coming through. They take down the Sand King, but the coils onto 2, and the fatal bonds are onto all 3 of the cores. Yatoro does manage to die. Now, can they get Collapse or Mirel? Collapse is the big target. A big crush. The Meld Strike. Mirel just claps him. 2 dead. Mickey finally showing up, but
they were probably thinking we'll get a small pick off and maybe we can do Roche so we don't need the Abaddon with us, but it ended up being a huge fight that actually was quite good for them, and they're managing to find more pickoffs up here. Another
go for Manta on Mickey, which is a pretty standard item here for the Abaddon. He's going to get isolated off. They dive the backside. This will be a very dead Insania. The Sister Shroud tries to save him, but they get a great Static Storm. The blink out from Maposhka, I think, is what found him, and that will be a kill onto Abaddon. Going for the D-Ward, and Insania. Let's see if the Sister Shroud... Oh, he doesn't have it anymore. He's in trouble. Collapse just BKBs to get the kill. Saberlight can't stop.
Buying an earlier blink. Boxy. Gonna try to just TP out of there. That's pretty hopeful.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, unless Saberlight distracts them.
Though. Nice Bro Strike to the high ground. They will Fiend's Grip down Boxy instead.
But it is gonna enter vision. In fact, he might have already been spotted.
That is... He's one... Yeah, I was like, he's got the bash. There's no way. The best thing he could have done, maybe, well, I don't know. Yeah, they still managed to find the puck. They do manage to get him on the following wave with the Static Storm. Nightmare out from Rue, but immediately going to pop the borrowed time here to turn their attention onto the Bane. They have plenty of damage to secure this. Mirel actually blinking in aggressively for this. I mean, Mickey doesn't have borrowed time.
They're out Fiend's Grip. Yeah, he's gonna die. At the same time, they're gonna try to start the fight here while Puck is being sacrificed in the bottom.
That is not looking hot here. Yatoro's just gonna BKB, just destroys the Sand King. The Doom comes out. Mirel BKBs, gets all the auras in the world. He blinks away, and so does Yatoro. They might get Collapse here. The buyback, but guess what? Another BKB.
Just a clean escape. They don't even lose the Aegis, which, I mean, at this point, there's 10 seconds left, so they don't even care. They're going to find another kill onto Nisha here in a moment. Nightmare to waste the rest of the Ghost Scepter. Oh, maybe one more defense?
Nice save from Sight. The Crush actually bails him out. They can turn around with the Epicenter. They're getting a lot of damage here, but Collapse is so freaking tanky. They might be able to walk away, and now with Mirel here trying to get Saberlight, Rue is dead, but the kill on the Collapse still cannot happen. I'm trying to think at what point the Abaddon comes online, but he is level 17. He does get the blink out, which is nice. The evasion is really doing wonders here, but Maposhka trying to snipe them on the backside is going to be underneath a ward, and a Sentry Glimpse will send Mickey out of the way, but Saberlight faking on the side here, ready to go in with the blink. The epicenter, they do manage to get on top of Yatoro, but here comes the double BKBs. They just delete these heroes one by one. The Fiend's Grip will grant the Sand King. And they got a Nightmare onto the Puck. Can they get him? They're thinking about it. Just Collapse going with the Crush. He does get the Ghost Scepter off of Coil onto 3. Mirel will respond with his own BKB. Turn onto Box. He tries to finish the job, but doesn't manage to get the kill. It seems like Liquid might want to just dodge. Oh, he gets the blind crush here onto the Puck. He needs help. Can he get out? Okay. Yeah,
oh my god.
Immediate nullifier kill.
Oh, that combo's pretty good.
Bro Strike. The double BKBs again. They'll come out. Yatoro still manages to survive. He's on a sliver of HP. The Fiend's Grip. It finds the Puck. Collapse. Needs to come back over. They're going to immediately try to Aphotic Shield and bail out the Puck, turning their attention on over to Rue. He's going to burn. Maybe. No, he's going to live. The Brain Sap does enough. Mirel gets a double kill, and it's Nisha versus the world. Up onto the high ground he goes, but there's a Doom still available. Right back into the hands of the TA. Most people take Meld Bash now online as well. Blink in, Nullifier out. We're going to force the ult immediately out of the Abaddon. That will be the borrowed time. Sand King died somewhere. Mirel soloed him in mid lane as he was trying to make a play for the lane cut. But he's got that Nullifier. There's no way to escape. Boxy, he's going to get caught. Nullifier out. Chain stuns. But a glimpse comes from Maposhka. Ready and waiting. And Collapse just needs one more auto attack, really. Or the Crush. Another Nullifier. Godlike for him.
Puck found up here trying to rat.
No. There's so many Godlike sprees. They can't keep... no one can get out. That's an E-Blade into another bash. Rue's like, I gotta get my own godlike spree. You guys have had enough here.
Yeah, he doesn't have much time to rack up more kills for his own godlike spree. He's got, I don't know, 5 more seconds here. You better make it up here.
I mean, throne exposed. There is no fortification left. Yutoro's going to go in, tries to find a kill onto the Warlock. Doom instead just onto the Clockwork. That should be enough. Murel, he's going to get caught from the epicenter. Borderline unbothered as nullifier after nullifier after nullifier chews through the side of Liquid. 3 dead without buybacks, and now they get their hands onto the puck inside of the Static Storm. He gets that phase shift off for now, has the blink up onto the high ground. He's okay, but again, you have a throne to defend, and I don't think you can. That will do it as Spirit will close out this series. They get themselves the 2-1 over Liquid and will be advancing to the grand finals.